Good night, Miss Gracia and classmates. My name is Wilmer Reyes, and this one is my first YouTube journal. Today I choose the Chernobyl reactor. What happened over there is that the four reactor explode, causing it that the full city of Chernobyl and all of the areas in here got exposed in radiation. At the beginning, when the first reactor explode, it causes the death of many of the workers that were over there, and by the days that follow it, die many of people, and in the years after also die many people because of that radiation. And in this reading, it talks about two people. One of the people is a woman, and then that she was married with one of the firemen that helped in this disaster. So what happened with the fireman is that when the nuclear plant explode, he go to help over there, and when he was putting some water into the fire, he got exposed. And the dosage was so high that the lethal dosage is 400, and he received a 1,600, so it was very lethal. So in the story they tell us how he died, that the skin started to fail, the majority of the part of his muscles started to be very big, and that no shoes fit in his feet, and that the majority of the doctors on those days didn't know too much about how the radiation worked, so they didn't know how to treat her husband. And they also told us about some soldiers. First, I will tell you that radiation, it was not like very common like nowadays. So what USA and Japan did is that they give some robots to Russia. So with these robots, they will apparently work with radiation. But what they didn't know is that this robot, when they got exposed into radiation, they don't work. So when the radiation happened, they first tried to combat it with that robot, but the robots, they easily get damaged. So what they did use were soldiers. So just imagine if a robot cannot do it, and you also have to control it, because if you don't control the radiation, it will cause a big damage in maybe half of Europe. And so what they did is they sent as many soldiers as they can, and the majority of the soldiers over there were very, very young, so they start dying. And the soldiers, they didn't have protections. Their boots were of leather, and that leather, it wasn't like the best quality, so they didn't have protection, so they didn't have the correct clothes. They just have some protection for bullets and things like that, but for radiation it is nothing. And they also started to take out all of the trees, the animals, and the things that were contaminated with that radiation. and they started to put soil over soil just to control all of the radiation. Thanks, that's all of me.